This video holds the keys to unlock a new way of navigating challenges, embracing gratitude, nurturing virtues, and ultimately, crafting a life that aligns with your deepest values. Stoicism is a philosophical school that originated in ancient Greece and later flourished in ancient Rome. It teaches that virtue, wisdom, and self-discipline are the keys to living a life of tranquility, resilience, and contentment. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what's within our control while accepting what's beyond our control. This philosophy encourages individuals to cultivate virtues like courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom in order to lead a life aligned with nature and to attain a state of inner well-being known as eudaimonia. So how do we achieve it? Segment 1. Foundations of Stoicism. Let's take an in-depth journey into the fundamental principles that underpin Stoicism, a philosophical system that offers profound insights into how we can attain eudaimonia, a state of human flourishing and well-being. Stoicism is grounded in a pragmatic worldview that encourages us to cultivate resilience, wisdom, and inner tranquility through specific philosophical concepts. 1. Rationality and nature. At the core of Stoicism is the belief that rationality is our distinguishing attribute as human beings. We possess the capacity to reason, to examine our thoughts, emotions, and actions critically. The Stoics asserted that living in accordance with nature means living in harmony with our rational faculty. This involves recognizing that we can't control external events, but we can control our responses to them. 2. Dichotomy of control. Central to the Stoic mindset is the concept of distinguishing between things that are within our control and those that are not. Our opinions, desires, intentions, and attitudes fall within our control, while external events, other people's actions and circumstances, lie outside of it. By directing our energy and focus towards our internal responses, Stoicism empowers us to maintain emotional balance regardless of external turmoil. 3. Virtues and the good life. The Stoics proposed that the path to eudaimonia lies in living a life of virtue. Virtues are qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These qualities guide our choices and actions, leading us to the good life. For instance, wisdom helps us discern what's truly valuable. Courage enables us to face challenges with resolve. Justice ensures fairness in our interactions, and temperance prevents excess and impulsivity. 4. Acceptance and adaptation. Stoicism advocates for embracing reality as it is. This doesn't imply passivity, but a deliberate choice to accept the present moment without unnecessary emotional disturbance. This acceptance, however, doesn't preclude adapting and taking action to improve circumstances within our control. In other words, it's about recognizing the fine balance between acceptance and active engagement. Eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or well-being, is the ultimate goal of Stoic philosophy. It's not a fleeting emotion, but a state of living in accordance with nature and practicing virtue. To attain eudaimonia, the Stoics emphasize the importance of self-examination. This involves reflecting on our thoughts, intentions, and behaviors, aligning them with our values, and making course corrections as needed. Stoicism aims to cultivate a sense of inner tranquility, even in the face of challenges. By adopting a rational perspective and understanding that external events are indifferent, we can reduce the emotional impact of adversity. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather approaching situations with calmness and a clear mind. 7. Mindfulness and the present moment. Stoicism encourages us to stay mindful of the present moment. This doesn't involve detachment from the past or future, but rather being fully engaged in the now. By focusing on the task at hand and immersing ourselves in the current experience, we heighten our awareness and appreciation of life's moments. In summary, the foundations of Stoicism are rooted in rationality, practical wisdom, and the pursuit of virtuous living. It's a philosophy that invites us to embrace life with a clear understanding of our internal control, to align our actions with our values, and to cultivate an unshakable resilience in the face of life's challenges. Just as a skilled craftsman hones their tools, Stoicism provides us with a toolkit for shaping our character and finding the path to eudaimonia through intentional living. Segment 2. Dichotomy of control. Let's delve into the profound concept of the dichotomy of control. a fundamental principle in Stoicism that guides us in navigating life's complexities with wisdom and resilience. At its core, this principle is about understanding the clear distinction between what is within our control and what lies beyond it. Let's break down this concept into its various dimensions. 1. Internal domain of control. The Stoics emphasized that our thoughts, beliefs, desires, attitudes, and intentions are within our domain of control. This inner landscape is where we have agency and can exercise rational choice. By recognizing this, we acknowledge our capacity to shape our responses to any situation. 2. External sphere of influence. Beyond our inner thoughts and attitudes, the external world includes events, circumstances, other people's actions, and outcomes. The Stoics taught that these external factors are not within our direct control. They can be influenced by us to some extent, but ultimately, they are subject to a multitude of factors beyond our reach. 3. Freedom through acceptance. By understanding the dichotomy between internal and external, Stoicism offers a liberating perspective. We're not chained to the whims of fate. Rather, we have the freedom to choose our reactions and interpretations. This freedom lies in accepting that we can't dictate everything that happens, but we can control how we perceive and respond. 4. Emotional equilibrium. The Stoics observed that often our emotional turmoil arises from attempting to control external events or other people's behaviors. By focusing on the internal, we attain emotional equilibrium. We're no longer at the mercy of external circumstances, but rather empowered to choose our emotional responses. 5. Adaptive and pragmatic attitude. Instead of being resigned to inaction, the Stoics encouraged an adaptive and pragmatic attitude toward external events. This involves assessing situations objectively, evaluating what's within our control, and then acting purposefully to influence outcomes where we can. 6. Preventing frustration and anxiety. Imagine the frustration of trying to change the weather or worrying about others' opinions of us. Stoicism teaches us to relinquish such futile pursuits and to avoid unnecessary anxiety. By focusing on the controllable aspects, we preserve our mental and emotional well-being. In conclusion, the dichotomy of control is a philosophical compass that guides us in steering through life's ever-changing waters. It's a tool that empowers us to live with intention, to cultivate emotional well-being, and to focus our efforts where they can truly make a difference. Just as a skilled navigator charts a course through turbulent seas, the Stoic practice of understanding and applying this dichotomy helps us navigate the unpredictable currents of life, anchoring us in a state of inner peace and mastery. Segment 3. The Power of Perception. Let's explore the profound territory of the power of perception, a central pillar of Stoicism that guides us in interpreting life's events with wisdom and rationality. This principle revolves around our ability to perceive the world and our experiences in a manner that aligns with reality and fosters emotional well-being. Here's an in-depth look at how this concept operates. 1. Stoicism teaches us to observe events and situations objectively, free from biases and emotional distortions. This means recognizing situations as they truly are, without embellishment or undue negativity. By seeing the world as it is, we equip ourselves with the clarity needed to respond effectively. 2. The power of perception empowers us to exercise cognitive autonomy. We possess the capacity to interpret events rather than being passively swept along by emotional reactions. This autonomy frees us from the grip of impulsiveness and allows us to approach circumstances with rationality. 3. Stoicism encourages us to identify and counter cognitive distortions, such as catastrophizing or black and white thinking. By scrutinizing our thought patterns and challenging irrational beliefs, we prevent these distortions from coloring our perception and triggering unnecessary distress. In conclusion, living a life of virtue in Stoicism is not a theoretical endeavor, but a practical commitment to ethical action and personal growth. Envision yourself as an architect of character, diligently crafting a life imbued with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. With each virtuous choice you make, you contribute to the creation of a life that aligns with Stoic principles, reflects your highest ideals, and is dedicated to the pursuit of eudaimonia, a life of virtue, purpose, and enduring fulfillment.